what we're looking at is something called game theory. This is for oligopolies. Oligopolies are interdependent upon each other. They're always trying to figure out what the other firm is going to do. So I want to show you how to do a question on your homework and a question on the quiz. Okay, again, this is called game theory. Make sure I got my pen here. Okay, so I have two companies. I have my basketball. I make instructional videos, and I make volleyball instructional videos. Okay, so I have my two companies, and I have three questions. What is volleyball's dominant strategy? What is basketball's dominant strategy? Knowing what they do, what are they both going to decide to do? Either keep or lower their price. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a box around basketball. And I'm going to put a box around any number that is associated with basketball. Once you look at your homework, you're going to want to set up your dominant or your game theory board like mine to help you if this is a little bit confusing. If you're a math person, maybe you see what this is already. Okay. All right. So I need to answer my first question. What is volleyball's dominant theory? Okay. So I guess what I have to decide here is if basketball keeps their price, what is volleyball going to do? Okay. So let me change the color of my pen here. I'll just green. Okay, is going to be our number for volleyball, or our star for volleyball is we're doing this. Okay, so one more time. If basketball decides to keep their price, what is volleyball going to do? Okay, so if basketball keeps, I can make 150, or if I lower my price, I can make $110. So what am I going to do? Well, obviously I want $150, right? That's more. Okay, so now I got to keep going. What if basketball decides to lower their price? Well, do I want $120 or do I want $100? Well, $120 is more, so I want $120. So what is volleyball's dominant strategy right now? Well, we can see it is to keep the price what it is. Okay, all right, so now we have to do the same thing for basketball, right? If basketball, I'm going to change my pen to red here, okay? All right, if volleyball decides to keep, well, what number is bigger? Does basketball go $140 or $130? Well, obviously, 140 is more. That tells me right away that that's one of my decisions. Okay, I'm going to keep. So the next thing is, well, what happens if volleyball lowers their price? Okay, well, if volleyball decides to lower the price, I have to make a decision. Do I want $130 or $150? Okay, I want $150. So what is basketball's dominant strategy? Well, they don't have one. Okay, so I'm just going to put an X. They don't have a dominant strategy. Okay, now what will they do? This is the interdependent part, right? Well, I already know what they're going to do because I see my two stars in one box, right? Basketball knows that volleyball has a dominant theory of keeping the price what it is. So would I lower my price to get 130 or would I keep my price to get 140? I would keep my price to get 140. Okay, so what will they do? They will keep the price the same. Hope that helped.